Well, hello everybody, Koreyexpress2 here. Welcome back to TrotCon 2025, day number 3, final day of the convention. Before we begin, please make sure to follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you never know I'm doing on both platforms. If you could do me a favor by liking this video, that'd be fantastic. So without further ado, let's get started. As you guys are aware that today is the last and final day of TrotCon 2025, day number 3. We're going to look around and see what's going on for the very last day. Panels, having fun, wacky, and all that kind of stuff, since this is the last day of TrotCon 2025. And of course, I'm going to live stream TrotCon's closing ceremony, because it's going to be a sad day because it is the last day. But every time I do closing ceremony, open ceremony, I always do it for TikTok live stream, so you guys will be aware that the reason why I do that because it lasts 2.5 hours most of the time, so that's why. By the time all this comes out, I'll be home, setting down and uploading everything for you guys. So you guys will see that. So by the time you'll see this last day, I'll be home and hopefully you guys will see all the 3 days of TrotCon 2025. I did, however, upload pre-registration, so you guys know that I made it here at TrotCon 2025. I'm just waking up, so if I'm stuttering today, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get everything going. So I'm trying to say TrotCon the best I can because my body's still in awake mode. So, but let's begin on panels, and of course, oh my goodness, of course, going to the closing ceremony, and then the vendor hall and all that good stuff that's gonna happen, because the vendor hall is gonna close around 4 o'clock today. And then closing ceremony will be happening at 5 o'clock. So everything is going to be crunch time for me. So it's going to be one heck of a day, and hopefully it won't be too hot. And the weather is just crazy over here in Columbus, Ohio, because we're trying to go to sheets and everything, and it's just poured down rain, and we haven't got out but once or twice, trying to go to get some drinks, whatever. But hopefully the weather will cooperate, and hopefully we can be able to join time before the closing ceremony, because it's going to be crazy. And again, I'm going to go to panels, I'm going to go to the events that is around here at TrotCon 2025, and hopefully I can get every single panel for you guys. The longer version will be on YouTube, and the shorter version will be on TikTok, because TikTok only allows about 1 hour clips, so I have to incorporate with all that clips and stuff. So you might not see a full day on Friday, Saturday, or today. You know, you guys know the drill, because TikTok only allows you an hour, but YouTube allows you like more than an hour, which is you can record like up to 3 or 4 hours. But it takes some time to upload. But let's begin, and hopefully you guys will see everything before the closing ceremony. So here we go.
Applejack panel. So, real quick, I'm going to show a quick fun little video. If you've been at a previous Applejack panel at Ciderfest, you've already seen this, but this is kind of our little intro. This was done, well, I'll let you know who did this afterwards. That's something cool. So yeah, fun little intro video. That was done by my friend Whirlwind, who is also a massive Applejack fan. He helped me co-host this panel back at Ciderfest, and he was like, yeah, can we include this? And I was like, sure. And then I asked him, can I show it at TrotCon? And he said, sure. So thank you to Whirlwind. Yeah. So, I guess this slide had more purpose when it was more than just me hosting it, but my name is Joe. I'm Formula Tony. This is the third panel I've hosted this weekend. I've been in the fandom for a couple years active, but I've watched the show since before season 5 premiered. But I really only started to get into Applejack like within the past couple of years. I think I just saw everybody else being like, yeah, I got a favorite pony, and often it was Fluttershy or Starlight. And I'm like, you know what, I like Applejack for multiple reasons. So that's why I got into that, and I wanted to host some panels, and it just, again, great combination. So yeah. And oh cool, the slide is still broken. Cool. So I think these are just some like things about what the panel is supposed to be about. So we're just going to talk about Applejack. It's okay if she's not your favorite. You can be honest. It's all right. I'm not going to kick you out. This can sort of be like more of a casual thing. Like if I'm talking about something and you want to add something, you know, just feel free to jump in. You don't even necessarily have to raise your hand. It's definitely more of a casual feel. Obviously, just be respectful and you know, don't say something stupid or not age appropriate, not appropriate for this panel. So yeah, that's panel format. So whoever hasn't seen this yet, again, you might, if you're still asking yourself, so you like Applejack, huh? Prove it. Well, I've got a picture for you. I've got, I think in this picture, I want to say it was 15 Applejack plushies.
And the Big Mac.
Big Mac.
Tiny Big Mac at the bottom.
Yeah, that's still actually Applejack.
Oh, wow.
I think you're referring to. I think you're referring to that, like the apple that the big one is like. That's actually a real apple. That's not a prop or anything. I did eat that apple. It was pretty good, I think. Yeah, no, it's 15 Applejacks. I think I've kind of taken a little bit of a hiatus. I think I've kind of got most of the ones that I wanted. But yeah, I've got all sorts of things, and things like this hat, which is soaked from the rain. Yeah, someone else has an Applejack hat actually who just walked in, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, and I just got this cool shadow box from Cosmic Keyframe. Cosmic Keyframe made this shadow box, so that's pretty cool too. Yeah, Applejack. And I guess I left this in here. This is Whirlwind's Applejack collection, so he's got a handful of plushies himself. We got Little Mooncrafts in the middle. We got, don't remember specifically who made the one on the right, Blackwater on the left, and then I think the most special one that I'll point out here is this one on this corner here. This is from the episode, it's one of the Harshorn episodes. Harshorn Tale, thank you. I think it's Ghosts of Harshorn Past, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen that one, but that's a pretty cool, unique plush. And then this is a 40E and a hibiscus stitch beanie and something's behind her tail there. I don't remember. But yeah, he's also a pretty big Applejack fan himself. So, all right, so let's get into the basics. So, what are some things you need to know about Applejack? She's best pony. Yeah, that's the slide. That is the slide. Yeah, no, she's awesome. And Princess Alicorn Applejack? I don't know. Is it yay or nay? I don't know. What do you guys think?
Pretty good, actually. It's actually really cute.
It is really cute. I don't know. And Winona, like the royal dog. Like, I don't know. Come on, that's kind of fun, right?
It's the spike replacement.
If only the show was about her. I don't know. It is kind of interesting to think about though, because it's like, you know, Applejack's personality. It's all about being honest, all about being humble, and kind of just the whole down-to-earth thing. It'd be interesting if she was like thrust into a princesshood position. Like, it'd be interesting to see her character deal with that. Like, you know, to have to remain honest, especially when you think about something like our world politics. There's a lot of lying, cheating, stealing, whatever. You know, it'd be interesting to see her kind of thrown into that position. I don't know. As cute as it is, I think I like her as an Earth pony. I think it's very appropriate. She pulls it off pretty well. So, I can't believe I didn't fix these headers. I apologize. These are just supposed to be some facts. So of course, she represents the element of honesty. I think we all know that. She was mentioned or appeared in 191 of 222 of episodes of the show. So quite a few. I forgot what it is compared to the other main 6, but Yeah, it's probably similar to the rest.
I think she's number 2. I think Twilight has the most of the Applejack.
Yeah, Twilight's got to be number 1, and then yeah, it could be. I would think like Rainbow Dash though, right? Or Fluttershy.
I remember it's second.
I don't know. Maybe it's because she's a background pony. I don't know. Maybe she appears in more episodes, but she doesn't say anything. And then, of course, many of you do know this. She does share a name with an alcoholic beverage, literally called Applejack. It's a whiskey, I think. I haven't had it myself.
Big fan.
One of these days, I'd like to try it.
I've had it once. It's pretty good.
It is? Okay. I've looked for it before, also part of it. It's recording. Every time I gotta go in here, I'm gonna turn on Do Not Disturb. Shut up, everyone. It's still doing it. Ironically, that might be a TrotCon. That's not the TrotCon.
Is that Applejack?
I don't know. I do have an Applejack server. Actually, I will mention, for those of you who are 16 or older, I do have, which might be everyone, I do have an Applejack Discord server called Sweet Apple Admirers. If anyone is interested in joining, let me know. I'll get you the invite link. It's just a place to hang out, share Applejack art, and chill for Applejack. So it's a fun place. But yeah, Applejack's cool if you're 21 plus, and maybe give it a shot. And lastly, she's not a background pony. Despite the memes and the jokes, which are, they're quite overused at this point, might be said, but it's a little fun. You know, it's not like I actually get offended at it or anything. So yeah. All right, so let's kind of get into more of the nitty gritty stuff. So why actually be a fan of Applejack? Why am I a fan? Why should you be a fan if you're not already? You know, let's talk about some of the reasons. So honesty is an admirable trait. Again, I mentioned politics, but even like business and I don't know, sports. People lie a lot, in case you haven't noticed. It's a very common flaw in people, and it's very easy for us to fall into and to just be very like self-centered, you know, only doing things for yourself. Applejack as a character in the show was always about others. It was about her family, it was about her friends, and she stuck to her guns. Of course, as we know, honesty to some extent can be, I guess, inappropriate at times. You know, we'll get into it a little later, but generally, honesty is just a good thing to be in life. It's also, even though honesty seems simple, it is a little bit hard to follow, like I said. And when you create lies, you have to lie more to hide the lie, so it just multiplies itself. An example, I guess, would be like, you know, one of her episodes, Fall with Her Friends. I mean, she didn't start the cheating, but she did end up going along with it, unfortunately. But at least she didn't start it. Again, I have this under honesty. It's not really an honest thing, but it's more about her, you know, her willingness to be a hard worker. The Best Night Ever, or / Ticketmaster, the whole season 1 arc of going to the gala. Let's be honest, she had the most valid reason, I think, to go. She was trying to make money it's her job. It's making a living. I mean, it's selling her stuff and, you know, supporting her family. So I think personally that was the most important reason. So, yeah. Oh, yes. Okay. Grounded and stable. Pun intended, maybe. I don't know. She's a very level-headed character. She doesn't panic. She usually has some pretty good ideas. There's a lot of episodes where she tries to kind of almost be like the second in command to Twilight. I know in the 2-parter, Princess Twilight Sparkle, she was kind of the one that had the idea to send Twilight back to Ponyville, which you might think, like, the episode explored this, obviously. It showed what happened when she went off on her own, when Twilight went off on her own. But I think it was an interesting thing that she brought it up because she was kind of looking out for the question. She's like, you know, the other princesses are gone. Well, at least Luna and Celestia. Where was Cadence in that episode? Was she trapped too?
I thought she mentioned.
I think she was. No, I think she was trapped, wasn't she?
Yeah. Let's
Let's pretend Cadence was trapped in that episode. She wasn't. But she was like, yeah, Twilight, you need to stick around because if we lose you, then Equestria has no more princesses, and it's good to have a leader. So, she was thinking about the big picture. So she's not just some dumb country girl. She's kind of smart. That's kind of a good example. There's plenty of other episodes where she does kind of just prove to be that in little ways. So yeah, I kind of mentioned there actually ability to meet others. And caring and motherly, usually in most episodes she is again very down to earth, very reasonable. Every time I talk about this though, my mind always goes back to the episode Some Pony to Watch Over Me. And that's because that episode was not a good example of that. If you remember that episode, that was the one where she, Big Mac, and I think Granny Smith, they all had to go to some place.
Deliver some pies to some swamp folk.
Yeah, some people live in somewhere, Alabama or something, I don't know. And she didn't want to leave Apple Bloom alone. Even though Apple Bloom goes around with her friends all over Ponyville and everywhere else. And I don't know, but anyway, she was like, she babied everything, she put a pillow on the rake, she put 2 helmets on her, she kept going back and forth checking things. It's like, this is so out of character. But that, I guess, more toned down feels very appropriate to her. I think, obviously the show didn't go down this route, but I could definitely see her as having foals of her own. And I think she'd be a very good mother because she already was a mother basically to Apple Bloom. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see. Of course, her mannerisms and countryisms, we all know the things that she says, and I think there's a slide later, so we'll get to that. But honestly, like the whole Southern thing, it's fun, it's cute, it's very unique. And it sort of has a good basis in real life. It's fun to see them kind of twist the what we have in our world and make them into kind of equestrian versions. So I appreciate that. And also the freckles. Actually, her design is pretty cute. Like, let's just be real. Like, look at this: the green eyes, the freckles, like the hat. I mean, come on! How can you not think this is adorable? So, yeah, and just the whole accent in her voice. And actually, another note I had, her color scheme is actually somewhat unique in this universe, and especially in the main 6, because she is the only pony that doesn't have any blues, purples, or pinks anywhere in her design. It's obviously just very warm colors. It's red cutie mark, orange body, yellow hair, green eyes, brown hat, I guess she's the least girly of the main 6, if you will. So, yeah. My favorite color is orange, so I'm definitely a little biased in that regard. So, here, actually, we do have a slide here with some of her countryisms. And does anyone want to read these out? I had Whirlwind read these out last time. I don't know if I want to necessarily read them out. You're tooting your horn louder than the brass section of a marching band. What kind of fertilizer have you had in your nose in, Twilight? What in tarnation? That one's a pretty common one. Pick an apple a day to keep the trouble away. My sister's speaking in fancy. Yeehaw! Finally, I can buck like a 5-bit snake harder than an Appaloosa ranch house again. Those are just fun. It's who wouldn't like this stuff? Like, come on, it's so much fun. But she's not all perfect, as we've talked about, and not just in like badly written episodes, but she's got some flaws built into her character, which is good. If you don't want to, that's all right. We don't want a Mary Sue character, so she does have to have some flaws, and I think the biggest one is her stubbornness, and we see it especially early in the show. Of course, everybody knows about Applebuck's season. The fact that she refuses to have anyone help her. I think I've heard that allegedly, like, part of that was that her character was originally supposed to be anti-magic. Is that correct, I think? Okay. So, like, when Twilight, that sort of explains why Twilight's teleporting around in that episode for seemingly no reason. I think it was supposed to originally accentuate that. But even if it's not that, you could just look at it as, you know, oh, I told Big Mac I would do it myself, and I got to do it myself. And, you know, sometimes we can't do it all ourselves. That's just the way it is. And then Super Speedy Cider Squeezy 6000, you know, it's kind of a similar thing where she didn't really want the others to help, even though the Flim Flam brothers, they were cheating anyway. So, and then I wrote down, there is such a thing as too much apple, and first of all, there actually isn't. There's never enough apple. It's a lie. Here, in fact, just here. Just scribble that out. No, I was going back to the whole overbearing thing. You know, we already talked about some pony to watch over me. But another episode where that comes to the forefront is Apple Family Reunion. You know, again, it comes from a good place. She's trying to make the reunion a success and make sure everyone has fun and is included. But it's like,
It's too much.
it's too much. Yep, you just gotta let people or let ponies have some space, and just, you know, that's sometimes what they need. Yeah, and even going back to some pony to watch over me, I really do think that episode could have worked better if they just hadn't made her so stupid. If the things that she was doing were kind of normal and not over the top, I think that could have worked. Although in season 4, maybe they kind of missed the boat on that one, because it's like, come on, the CMC, they're getting older. Come on. Season 1, that might have worked. Blunt honesty isn't always appropriate. I think we all know there's times in life where it's just best to shut up. You know, if someone makes a cake and it's decent, but maybe it's like, it's not perfect, or maybe sometimes it's like, it's not good at all, but someone took a ton of time to make it, like, you know, you're going to be like, oh, there's too much sugar, the cake is too dry, the frosting tastes like trash, it's ugly, like, yeah, that stuff is true, yeah, it's being honest, but you kind of have to think about yourself in that position. You know, would you want to be criticized like that when you've tried, maybe this is your first time making a cake? You know, I'm not saying we shouldn't criticize, but, you know, just, it's got to come from a place of constructive criticism, and just, you know, try to point out the positives as well. The other thing is, Honest Apple, I think, is that episode that comes to mind with that. Sometimes you just got to be honest. You got to be honest with yourself and say, I am not the right person for this position. Like, if you asked me to judge a fashion show, I'd be like, I'm out, because I don't know anything about that. In that episode, of course, Rarity, she said that she wanted some pony who was more about function over form. So that episode, again, it's an interesting one to analyze, but I think just the message of just being honest with yourself about what you know and what you should be talking about, you know, that's a good thing to keep in mind. Yeah, and I'm gonna skip the. I apologize. I didn't spend as much time putting this one together from the last time, but I wrote on here that she eats too much. I feel like this is sort of more like a headcanon thing, I guess, if we want to call it that. I feel like she could be a big eater. Like, she would just want to eat like a bunch of apple pastries all day long, or just eat a bunch of apples.
Apple fritters.
Apple fritters. I don't know. It's just a fun headcanon thing, maybe. So, yeah. Let's talk more about some Applejack episodes. So, from season 1, we'll kind of go in, I think, chronological order here. Very sticky. Applebuck season. So that was our first central episode where she was really the focus of the conflict. We all know how this one happened with her work ethic. And actually, another thing that episode points out is it shows the dangers of becoming a workaholic. You just spend so much time working, which we all, you gotta work to provide. That's great. But to the detriment of, everything else in life, you gotta know where the balance is. Even like speaking personally, like my own dad I would definitely call him a workaholic. he often comes home, and it's been like this for most of my life. He'll come home at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, midnight, 1 a.m. Like, he'll spend like 16 hours at work. So, you know, he's a good dad. I'm not trying to say my dad isn't a good dad, but being a workaholic is, you got to temper your job with the rest of your life. So it's kind of an interesting, like, subtle message of that episode. Pinky Apple Pie. That's a fun one. The whole thing with, you know, is Pinky part of the Apple family? First of all, she's pretty excited about it. It's not like she's like, oh no, this is an exclusive club, you can't be a part of it. We also see just the family dynamics between Big Mac, Applejack, and Apple Bloom and Grady Smith. You know, just patience. You know, she tried to kind of hide the argument. She did the best that she could, but you know, yeah. Again, someone to watch over me. Yeah, this is how you write a character poorly. Just way too overbearing. Just needed to be toned down. And what would have helped that episode is if they kind of gave her like a justification for it. You know, why did the episode, they had kind of a clever opening where they kind of built up this whole thing with the CMC. They're waiting outside the door. There was a family meeting going on with the Apples, and they come out and they're like, we've decided you can stay home alone. Like, okay, haha, funny kind of bait and switch moment, but why did they spend that time showing Apple Bloom doing something stupid? Like, you know, just getting into trouble in the farm, you know, not taking care of the pigs, or, you know, I don't know, getting lost, you know. If they had shown her doing something irresponsible or even just a mistake, that might have helped that episode come across better. So, if you're ever trying to write anything, whether it's pony fan fiction or any story, make sure to give the characters like justification for their actions, and make sure it's believable and in character. The Perfect Pair. Everybody knows The Perfect Pair. It's a fantastic episode, and the reason I kind of bring it up in this case is that you can see where the apple fell from the tree, if you will. You can see some of those positive traits that her parents had, and you know, the love they had for one another. Of course, you know, her parents died when she was young, but there was still a time that they were her parents and they were alive. So, you know, she got to see, not see, I guess, because she would be too young probably, but
She did see them briefly. I just remember that weird episode where they're trying to catch that apple spirit thing.
Oh, going to seed.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, no, she should. I think she would have been old enough to have some recollection. Like, Apple Bloom would be a little bit tougher, but definitely Applejack would. So, I think it's fair to say that you know, she had a child, at least a little bit. At least she had a big brother to kind of fill that void. Non-compete clause. Raise your hand if you. Well, no, I won't do that. I won't. This episode is a mixed bag, I guess. What's the general vibes on this episode from the audience? What do you guys think? Good? Bad?
It's like, really, again?
What was that one again? That was like Cherry Jubilee?
No, you're thinking of last roundup. The non-compete clause was from season 8. Yeah, so this.
8 seasons, and she and Rainbow Jack. Rainbow
Jack.
No shit. They hadn't learned anything in 8 seasons.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like we were transported back. We were transported back to Fall Weather Friends in season 1.
Yeah.
Basically, for those who don't remember, the plot of that episode is that they are competing for Teacher of the Month at the school, which is the School of Friendship. Okay, all right, whatever. But then they are tasked with taking the students out on a field trip. And again, this is out of character for Applejack. Instead of caring for the students and trying to teach them stuff, she's too busy one-upping Rainbow Dash. And they're stupid. They're just straight up stupid through part of the episode. You know, again, could this episode have worked? Yes. But I think they needed to just do it differently. It still, I don't think, would have been that good. It still would have just been retreading Fall Weather Friends, because I would have had Rainbow Dash be the one to start it, and Applejack is actually trying to be the good teacher, and then she sort of gets dragged into it a little bit. And then again, it's like you're just retreading water. And the other thing I've got noted down here is that, well, first of all, I wish there was a better escalation. I just said that. But I feel like Applejack wouldn't even care about being called Teacher of the Month. I feel like she would be above that. I mean, she would appreciate it, but like, she tries to be relatively humble, I guess, and it just feels, yeah, I don't know. I think it's just out of character. And going to Seed, that was the send-off to the Apple family in season 9 for the whole show, and I've heard some mixed opinions on that episode. What do you guys think of that episode? What do you think? Good?
I thought it was fun.
It was kind of wholesome.
I liked it.
Wholesome. I think that's how I feel about it. I thought it was just a really fun, it felt very slice of life. It felt very old school MLP. And I really appreciated that it was totally focused on the farm. It was only the Apple family. It was, even if the plot didn't make sense, even if it was a little silly, I thought it was fine. Just seeing the antics of everything, it was just fun to see. And it was just great when watching through season 9 for the first time to see that. So, and then funnily enough, it's technically another instance of her being dishonest because like she knew that the Great Seedling wasn't real, but she went along with it anyway. But that's just playing around, you know. It's nothing too serious. So, so this slide again, the titles are actually. I wonder if I could fix this. I wonder if I could just quickly fix the animation. I think I just need to drag this up to the top. Instead of having it be broken, I can just fix it. So challenges when writing Applejack. That's what this slide's about. So I don't know, has anyone tried fan fiction ever, or comics or anything? Yeah, a few people. Have you guys tried to write anything with Applejack?
Kind of, sort of.
So
He's appeared once or twice.
Once or twice. As a background pony?
I would say Arrival. Arrival, I would say.
What's that?
Arrival.
Oh, I'm sorry?
Arrival pony to Rainbow Dash.
Oh, rival pony. Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty natural. The Rainbow Dash Applejack dynamic in general is interesting. I really wish they would have just kept them as rivals. I think that would have been a great dynamic, and maybe have it again going back to non-compete clause not being really that great of an episode. They just could have done it so much better. They could have made it a competition of something, an actual competition where it would make sense for them to kind of spar and that. Like, I remember the Cart Before the Ponies. That episode had them competing. Also Rarity. Yeah, I don't remember much about that episode though. It's been a while since I've seen it.
So basically, they switched the ideas for each of their cards, but the main characters wanted to go with their original ideas, but they wanted to do something different, and then it all came crashing in the course.
Yes.
Well, it was all about upstaging
Yeah.
That I
the
remember.
kids that it was supposed to be for.
Yes.
They ended up taking over the kids.
Yes,
jobs,
that part of it I do remember. That was sort of the crux. So it wasn't so much of like Rainbow Dash and Applejack going against each other. It was the older ponies going against the younger ponies and ignoring them, even though it was their cards. But yeah, getting back to just writing Applejack, and I'm sure some of the writers on the show had this challenge or in the comics. This was pointed out online, you know, she has pretty much everything she wants in life. She has the farm, she has her family. You know, later on we presume that she has enough money that she's not trying to like, you know, she's not doing like living paycheck to paycheck sort of thing. Not that she has paychecks, she owns the darn place. She has friends, you know. How do you write a character without a motivation? It's quite hard. Again, you end up with some pony to watch over me, or non-compete clause where the motivations are either non-existent or they don't make sense. So basically you're left with two options. You have to bring some sort of problem to her that she can't escape. I'm trying to think of an example of that. When you bring a problem to her, like, let's say, bats. I was about to say bats. That's a great example of an episode which shows her character. Again, actually, that's another great episode that shows her defense of the farm. I mean, you know, it's the whole balance between nature versus kind of civilization, if you will, in a way.
Flutterbat.
What's that?
And Flutterbat.
And Flutterbat, ultimately, yes. Which I know there's a few Flutterbat fans out there. So you can bring the problem to her, or you threaten to take something away from her. And the episode that comes to mind for that is Super Speedy Cider Squeezy 6000, where the Phone Fan brothers come, and it's like, yeah, you gotta beat us or you lose the farm. I mean, that episode also has some weird story quirks of like, well, why did they even like accept the challenge? Why did they even use their apples? Like, that one was kind of hand-waved using Granny Smith and Apple Bloom being characters with less good judgment maybe, but yeah. And I actually, at a previous con, I met one of the, I forgot what he was, Big Jim Miller. I think he was a director, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually talked to him a few conventions ago, and I pretty much asked him that question, and he pretty much said the same thing. So that was definitely something that the show writers had to deal with. And it's good that they thought about it, but if you're ever writing fan fiction, it's good to think about as well. Stubbornness can be a bit of a difficult trait. You know, how do you balance a character being stubborn but not just obnoxiously annoying? You know, and especially for a character like AJ, she's so pragmatic and she's so down to earth that, you know, the stubbornness sometimes is like, well, why are you being stubborn? Why? Applejack's day off, for example, like with the pigs, it's like, well, why does she do all that stuff with the pigs to feed them? Like, that doesn't make sense, but
It's so funny though.
it's hilarious. It's a very funny sequence. That episode's an
I
interesting.
think it had something to do with like her work. Like she did it in a specific way, and she doesn't really see the bigger picture. So she does it the way she's always learned to do it.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. You know, she's sort of like a traditional character, so she's just gonna do things because traditions.
Which actually kind of made sense because I grew up around farm people, and they tend to do that a lot.
Mhm.
They do it all the same way because that's the way it's always been done, regardless if there is an easier way to do it.
I just have a funny thought. I want to see something, either it's like an animation or like a fan fiction or a comic, where AJ has to like interact with AI.
Oh boy!
Just imagining her reaction.
How 9000
Apple computer.
Which I don't have. Shocking. Yeah, go ahead.
Like maybe Applejack with an iPhone?
With that, yeah, actually with any technology, it doesn't even have to be AI. Like we could pretend it's 2012 again, and you know, we just give her like an iPhone 4 or something. But,
You just gave me an idea.
I would like to write some fan fiction. I was writing one story, not about Applejack. I never finished it, but I've also been getting into drawing. I've drawn Applejack a couple times. Maybe later I can actually show you those. But yeah, stubbornness. Again, too level-headed. You know, when you have a character that does things so rationally, how do you make the character do something irrational? How do you justify it? How do you make it seem realistic? You kind of have to do something to reduce her ability to think.
Castlevania.
What?
Castlevania, where they're in the castle.
The Castle of the Two Sisters.
Yeah, no, I know the episode, but what do you mean?
We like irrational fear and all that stuff. Like she hyped herself up and getting super like not level-headed.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, fear can get to the best of us. It's pretty hard to fight fear sometimes. So yeah, that's a good point. You know, she's not immune, but I think one way is, you know, think about what reduces our cognitive ability. You know, if we're tired, if we're overworked, if we're overwhelmed, if we're stressed or under pressure, that's when you get people to make dumb decisions. So you kind of have to force her to do that if you want her to get into a problem that needs to be solved to make a good story. So,
Like getting an apple bug season when she's too tired to think properly.
Yep, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then background pony jokes aside, she unironically works really well as a secondary character. Because she is so level-headed, she can be the voice of reason for other ponies, like a Twilight or a Rainbow Dash or whoever, you know. Or she could just be the straight mare to a joke, you know. It's like someone's being silly and she just looks over with a face like, you know, something like that.
Andy Price already made
Yeah,
that
that's
joke.
in the comics, she's the good face to look at when stuff's
Yeah,
going on.
and like, hey, I mean, we need characters like that in fiction. So, like, yeah, whether it's you know, whether the whole background pony thing is demeaning or not, I mean, it just sort of makes sense. So,
She knocked some sense into rarity in the Trender Hooves episode in season 4.
Simple Ways, yeah, that one. Yeah, Trender. Trenderhoof doesn't deserve her.
It should have been me.
Nah, it should have been.
Got that scene.
Why does he keep like?
You got that scene right there, and the animal falling down on loop.
But yeah, I think that's a good way to weave her into a story, and the show did that plenty of times. So yeah. Actually, wait, I gotta do this thing again. I gotta fix the stupid animation. I'm terribly sorry. So I know it's a little early. I'm not actually gonna end, but in conclusion, she's best pony.
Cheers.
Let's see, again, my freaking animations. I can throw up a QR code to the Discord. I don't know, is there anyone interested in the Discord server? I mean, you can be honest, yeah? A few hands? Okay. All right, I can maybe we'll just have you come up like afterwards and we can do something like that. I will show you here, we'll just kind of go over some more things. The reason that I ran out of time is because this panel is usually designed to only be half an hour. But this con doesn't do half-an-hour panels, so we just sort of have a little extra time. I will show you this fun little video though that Whirlwind did with one of his Applejack plushies.
Applejack Daniels.
Yeah.
Apple. Apple.
Yeah, he's a big AJ fan. I love him. So yeah, that's the end of my slideshow. I can show you though real quick a couple Applejack drawings that I have done. I'm still very new at drawing. I've just started like within the last few months. Actually, I have 3 to show you. The first digital art that I did, if we want to call it art, it was actually Applejack. Here, I'll throw it up on the other slide. Here it is. That was the first one that I did. I just got on my tablet. And yeah.
Well, mine.
I don't know. I think the I don't know. There's a lot that needed to be improved, but certainly it was fair to start with her. This was the second one that I did. This one I had a lot more fun with. I was doing all the main 6, and I left her till last. And here's that one here.
Very good. Nice.
I was talking with someone who was giving me some art advice. It was your penny pal on Twitter. She gave me some good advice and kind of not templates, but like art sheets to help learn how to draw ponies. And she gave me a pose reference to use for this, and I kind of ran with it and had fun. The third one that I did, this is very recent that I just finished this one. This one was inspired by a little sun pony who's in the room. Does it look familiar maybe over here? So that's why this one maybe looks a little goofy, but that's kind of fun. So I definitely hope to draw more Applejacks and more ponies in general. If you're curious about my art, it's Formula Pony on Twitter, Blue Sky, Mastodon, Derby Borough, Instagram. Yeah. So yeah, I think that sort of wraps up. I guess, is there any other like points you want to discuss about Applejack that I haven't talked about? Yeah.
She's almost always the first to apologize, and really sincerely too, when there's an episode that there's a conflict in. If she's her stubbornness, and she'll apologize if she was doing something. I mean, we just watched Sounds of Silence
Yes.
The other night, and you know, she and Fluttershy brought something completely different to it. And Applejack was the first to go, I'm so sorry, you're right, and I'm right. And she does that in a ton of episodes where she's the first to apologize.
Yeah, and that's great you mentioned Sounds of Silence. That's a really excellent episode. It's one of the best of season 8, if not the best.
It is, but I felt like it was too rushed.
Yes, it was.
Like it needed to be longer because they were missing something, I felt like.
It didn't have a conclusion. They just had the song and then it just ended. It showed the cutie marks going and it cut to black. They wasted too much time in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They were too slow and then they ran out of time. And whoever was writing the script, I don't even remember who wrote the episode, but whoever's working on it, they needed to go back and trim the stuff. They had that thing with like the station master, the guy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
why? So they could have recovered that time. They needed to get to the Kieran. Where do they live? What's the name of their place again? Does anyone remember?
Piece of arrow.
Piece of Arrow. They needed to get to. That's such a cheesy name. The alliteration. Piece of Arrow. You can tell they came up with that one in season 8. They need to get there a lot sooner though. But the song's fantastic. I love the song. And Autumn Blaze is a great character. And the Fluttershy Applejack pairing is a fun one. It's very fun. But also to piggyback on that, you mentioned apologizing first. I believe she was the first one in the Ticketmaster to say, you know what, I don't want the ticket. I'm sorry. You know.
Well, and in the MLP movie, she's the first one after Twilight, does all the nonsense in the undersea area and stuff, and they're all like, Twilight, you can't do shit like that. And she's the first one that says, you think we ought to go back and talk to Twilight now? And and that's when they find out she's been kidnapped by Tempest and stuff. So it seems like she's always kind of, despite her being stubborn, she'll give in.
Yeah.
And realize what needs done.
Yeah, I agree. Again, best pony, come on. I'm looking at you, she's best pony. I don't want to hear it about Rainbow Dash.
I know it.
I promise I'm not going to talk about Rainbow Dash. No. I was going to remark on Magical Mystery Cure, when all the cutie marks get swapped, I think Applejack probably did the best out of everyone else's jobs. Like,
Wow.
Applejack was probably the best at dealing with what she was dealt with compared to everyone else.
That sounds like something Rainbow Dash should say.
I don't know that I think they all struggled with that one. I mean,
Applejack at least made an actual dress or something. It didn't look great, but it was a thing. Everyone else was either about to die or everyone was wanting to kill them.
I will say this. I think maybe out of all the main 6, that's probably the swap where you go I don't know the first thing about dresses. They aren't irrelevant. Who cares? She could just say, screw it. I don't need to do this. Did she do the best at it though? I'm not sure about that. I think they all
was
struggled.
about to get eaten. Fluttershy had to move
That's
out of
true.
town. Rarity was about to get beaten by everyone for making the weather crazy. Twilight was unaffected, and Pinkie Pie was just struggling in the farm.
She was going to lose the farm.
She was going to lose the farm.
Yeah.
So maybe at least was doing the task.
That might only be because she had the lowest stakes swap. Again, Rarity controlling the weather, everyone's gonna notice that. Rainbow Dash with the animals, the animals are just they were gonna cook her and kill her basically. Who's gonna kill Applejack if she doesn't make some stupid dresses?
I feel like it was too befitting though, considering that she absolutely hates all the frou-frou stuff. So I think it was so perfect that she did the dresses.
Yeah, no. The way they swapped the main 6 minus Twilight in Magical Mystery Cure was done in a way that made a lot of sense. It really put each of the characters in the places where they would be most miserable.
Yeah.
And that's definitely true for Applejack. So, yeah. Yes, in the back.
How does human Applejack differ from pony Applejack?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't watch Equestria Girls. I literally the extent of my Equestria Girls knowledge is I think I watched the first movie a long time ago, very casually. I think I've seen there's one music video where she's cleaning up her barn, and it's so her friends can come over and have a party or something. That's kind of cool. But I don't know much about Equestria Girls.
I have a comment about the Equestria Girls. She shouldn't have had that skirt dress. She should have been in jeans.
She should have been in jeans.
Yeah, they probably didn't want to do that, I'm guessing. I mean, when they were coming up with the character designs, they could have put these in probably 2012, 13. I mean, I'm not saying they couldn't have. I'm just saying that explains maybe they wanted them to all be dressed, very feminine.
Probably just easier for the toy manufacturer.
Yeah. Does anyone know anything about Applejack and Pony Life? I don't watch Pony Life. Don't even care about Pony Life.
She looks cute in the aviator hat.
Oh yeah, from the video.
That's all I know.
I did think.
That might be the only episode I watched.
She has a hat crisis when she lost the hat and she's trying to look for a new one, but
Where is that? Oh yeah, there's the old generations. It's cool that she's had like so much representation in the show. Like, with yeah, she is an OG with the G1 and then even G3. Like this is Applejack in G3. I think she like even this doesn't do her job. I think she's more like red or pink or something. Almost, well, probably red. It's very weird. They really went
Salmon.
Oh yeah, there's the hat though.
I love the little hula girl.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that out there. Maybe I should watch Pony Left. Here's another Pony Left thing. Yeah. I don't know. Pony Left design is pretty cute. So.
I like her eyes.
Yeah, the kind of the sparkly eyes. I've actually got that plush, not the big one, the smaller one. That's from a plush maker named Lumi the Kieran, and I like Lumi's plushies because of the sparkly eyes. It's kind of like a trademark thing from Lumi, so that's kind of cool that she does that. Still got about 10 minutes. Is there any other aspects about Applejack? What? Let's go ahead. Go ahead and back.
Have you ever noticed that, you know, out of all the ponies in the main six that Applejack argue with, the top three would be Fluttershy, Verity, and Rainbow Dash. The only three that she ever argues with. The other two, Twilight and Pinkie Pie, she's just okay, just like getting along with, or just, you know.
You said Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash. Who was the third one you said again? Rarity. Yeah. I mean, I think with Pinkie, it's like when you think about their characters, what would they butt heads over? The only thing I can think of is Pinkie.
Desserts.
Maybe. Apple fritters or cakes? What do you prefer?
You broke your Pinkie
As for Twilight, I mean.
Oh yeah. Oh, last roundup. Ooh. Notice how I didn't mention that episode in this panel, did I? Yeah, no, the only thing for me is like Pinkie doesn't like farms because, you know, the whole rock farm thing, she found it boring and all that. Twilight, yeah, I mean, they're both pretty like sane usually. Yeah, it makes sense why the others would butt heads. Just, you know, Rainbow Dash, competitive, Rarity, form over function, Fluttershy, Bats is really the only instance of that I can think of.
What about the Las Pegasus episode?
Oh yeah, yes. I forgot they were paired off in that one. I saw one not too long ago, but
Also the Peaks of Peril episode as well.
The Kieran episode.
yeah. Although they didn't really butt heads too much. I think that was just different, just kind of natural like disagreement.
Yeah, well, they throw Almond in there for the Kieran to throw them in the rainbow side in.
Oh yeah, that would have been bad.
Rarity, yeah, and then of course her butting heads with Rarity because they're just like, you know.
Yeah. Or look before you sleep.
Yeah, the look before you sleep.
Yeah.
Tradia, the Tradia episode.
Yeah, I forgot they were paired up in Tradia.
And the Equestria Girls special, I would say, the roller coaster of friendship.
Oh gosh, that one. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
this is where they butt heads.
Oh boy. I think you had your hand up. Yeah, go ahead.
I guess the only thing I can think of is Applejack when it comes to the IDW comics. If you read any.
I haven't read the comics, unfortunately. I would like to. I think out of all the media that I haven't seen, it would be fun to dive into the comics. I haven't had any time to. I don't know. Does anyone have any comments on the comics? On AJ and the comics?
I didn't want to read them.
I can remark
I
on
bought
that
a little bit, and I was like, fine, I'll read it. And now I've started collecting them. So.
That's the other thing. I don't want to collect anything else. I collect too much already.
Exactly.
I don't even want to hear it. I have 2 floors full of ponies.
Oh gosh.
I in the My Little Pony Generations comic crossover, I would say, of G1 and G4. You know, I kind of like the idea that, you know, G1 Applejack and G4 Applejack met each other for the first time.
That's cool.
Yeah, because like you can see the difference between the two,
Yeah.
like the old and the new.
Yeah, no, that's a cool concept. My biggest flaw when it comes to like just media, you know, and I want to relax and watch something, is I just watch the same things over and over again.
Yeah.
I don't get out and explore things. It's like, well, there's still pony stuff that I can watch. It's not even like I have to watch other shows. Or again, reading comics, it's kind of the same thing. But yeah, let's go to the back.
All right, this is sort of an Applejack related question. What's your favorite type of apple? I'm sure you have one since you're an Applejack.
Good question. Yeah, I actually do have a favorite kind of apple. I would say.
She influenced you.
No, actually, no. I don't think I've actually tried a Granny Smith. I should, just to say I have. Probably my favorite kind would just be a Honeycrisp.
Heck yeah.
It's just sweet, and when they're in season, they're pretty big and juicy. I appreciate the offer. I'll pass on that for now. I'll let you keep it. I should do that though. I think at the last panel when I did back at Cider Fest when I did this with Whirlwind, I think he brought an apple and he was just nomming on it. So, I gotta like lean more into this. I didn't have enough time to prep for this panel as I would have liked. But if you're coming to Cider Fest, I did put this in for a panel application, and
It's too perfect.
it is. It is. If I don't know if they'll give me an hour slot, but first of all, I won't even assume that they'll give me a slot. But if they give me a slot and it's long enough, I would like to do something more like an Applejack game show, maybe like a trivia thing, kind of throw that as part of the panel.
Name that Applejack frame.
Oh gosh.
Or maybe just some more like Apple fun facts or stuff. But I'm gonna try to do more for Cider Fest, kind of shake things up a little bit. Yeah, I don't know, should be fun. Still got about 5 minutes. Here's just kind of a general question. What's your guys' favorite Applejack episode? It could be from the show, or it could be from like a comic or Equestria Girls or whatever. What's your personal favorite Applejack episode, or even, I don't know, it could even be a single moment. Like start up in the front, raise your hand.
The one that got me into the first place, Applejack season.
Applejack season? Yeah.
Yeah.
And how come?
Way back in 2011, I was like, this is my pony. I'm sticking to it forever.
Solid, valid. Let's go to the back.
Apple pies, apple pinkie pie.
Pinky apple pie.
Yeah, pinky apple pie with the, that song. It's in the tip of my tongue. Yeah. Apples together. Yep.
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to play that song at the beginning. I wanted to, but I can play it now. I guess we don't have anything else to talk about. But let's go. That was a fun episode, though. Actually, just seeing the whole like possibility of having more family, and yeah, that song was great. Let's go to this side.
Does anybody know any good like fan work that has to do with Applejack?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. Yeah, is there any?
How apples won the war.
No.
It's been a while since. Is that age appropriate?
What did you do?
No, it's not.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, age appropriate, please. I have there's an Applejack remix that it's a really old one that I didn't discover until recently. Sunshine and Celery Stalks.
Yeah.
That's kind of a fun one. Trying to think back. What other ones I've got? Yeah. I can't. Nothing's really coming to mind, I guess. But any other favorite Applejack episode? Yes, go ahead.
I got two favorite Applejack episodes.
Sure.
Perfect Pale in Simple Ways.
Oh yeah, Perfect Bear, of course, is phenomenal.
I love Simple Ways. So good.
Simple Ways is fun. Just I don't know, maybe it's just. I like how she just she's not falling for Trigger Hoof at all. She's like, please get away from me.
I'll tell you what, actually the best bit of Applejack fan content was the My Tiny Pony episode on her, where she where they have this guy who has
The Double W brothers.
Yeah,
Oh,
where he owns little tiny alive versions of these ponies, and Applejack is trying to get the guy up, literally pushes him out the window.
Yes, I remember that. I have seen that. Yes. That is funny. That's very accurate to your character, just be so blunt.
I like the play episode where Applejack is trying to reassure Twilight that this isn't a good idea until it blows up in her face and she's like, no pony ever listens to me.
Oh, is that actually? I just had that audio clip. Is that the Summer Sun setback? Actually,
I think so.
Yeah, I just had that. No pony listens to me. Maybe we need a fan fiction where Applejack is basically just Applejack has had enough. She tries to take over, seize control over Equestria or something silly like that.
I like Sound of Silence. Even though it was too fast, just her reaction to Autumn Blaze was so priceless. During the song and everything like that, she was just like, what the heck is wrong with you?
No, I love that episode. Even with its pacing problems, it's so much fun. And again, Autumn Blaze is what sells that episode for me. And by the way, actually, that plush you've got with you, that's a Build-A-Bear, right?
Yes.
And is that got her part of her gala dress on? I don't know, I can't see it from the side. Can you show it from the side?
It's beautiful.
Oh wow, yeah, that's
Nice.
Her season 1 gala dress was phenomenal. I would love to get if I had infinite money, I would love to get a plush with that gala dress. That would go hard.
Their outfits are funny made too.
Yeah. We'll go with the in the back again.
I guess one of my favorite AGM, so it's a perfect pair. And to go back to the comics one, there actually is an issue that's kind of acts as a sequel to that episode, where it's I can't remember which issue. It was something about the Apple family trying to make this like perfect recipe, like just like how Granny Smith remembered, and they go like to these different stores and clerks, and they get to learn more about their parents and how they were in life and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's cool. I really should check some of this stuff out, especially if I'm going to host one of these panels. I will make this as a pledge. If I'm able to host this panel at Ciderfest, I will definitely read/watch some more Applejack content to be more aware next time, and edit my slides. You were raising your hand. Did you?
Yeah. I just another favorite Applejack episode. I really like the Leap of Faith. As a character growth episode for Applejack, I really enjoyed the honesty problem that they set up with that, where the Flint Flint brothers were selling this snake oil tonic, and everyone would believe Applejack if she said that it was a fraud, but they convinced her that people would be happier if she just kind of went along with it. So yeah, and well, the Flint Flint brothers are always really fun too.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting. It's like, if you're kind of a trustworthy person or you have a reputation, other people listen to your opinion, or what you say about something. So, it's something to be thoughtful about. Yeah.
My favorite episode of the whole series, and it's really about Rarity and Sweetie Belle's dynamic, but Sisterhood Social, where Apple Bloom and Applejack are the models for how to
Sisters should
be sisters, and that shows her as a supporting character how good she can be being, in the episode.
Yeah.
I mean, that one I can just rewatch anytime. It's got all the funny moments. Tabitha, the way she delivers her dialogue with Rarity is amazing. But with Applejack, it just shows how much of a model she can be for the other ponies to learn from Applejack. She actually has so many good qualities.
Yeah. I love seeing Applejack and Applewood's relationship.
Yeah, I do
it's
too.
so cute. Yeah. And even in a relationship with Big Mac is great. The big brother dynamic of just, of course he makes less appearances, he's quieter, but just the family dynamics, again, great fan fiction material. It's just cool to see that. So, well, I think we have taken it to our time. That's about an hour, but I want to thank you guys again for coming to this panel. I hope you did enjoy just chatting about Applejack and stuff like that. If you'd like to come up to get a stamp for your book, I've got a stamp for that. Otherwise, if you want to come up,
Is it an apple?
no, I wish it's just one that they gave me. I'm sorry. I should do that. I should get like an Apple stamping. I do have with me. I should have some like Pixel Pony Applejack stickers. If you haven't gotten any of those yet, I'd be happy to hand those out. And then also, if anyone wants to join the Sweet Apple Admirers server on Discord, then I've got an invite link to that too. So.
Hello, everyone. Wow, what an amazing Brony convention. It's an amazing. Sorry, all the words are all coming into my head all at once. Thank you for the amazing pony convention. I haven't been to one in years and years, and I'm happy that this was my first one after so long. I saw almost every single one of you this weekend, during the daytime, during the nighttime, just everywhere. And I'm really excited to have met all of you and interacted with you on Discord, things like that. Thank you so much for the amazing, amazing time. I was so happy to be here. And yeah! Ponies for life!
Hey TrotCon, I got a question for you. Do you like jazz? Well, give me some snaps for the return of the Manhattan Jazz Quartet.
What's up, TrotCon?
Tons of fun, a beautiful heart, faithful and strong. Sharing kindness, it's an easy feat.
This next one goes out to everyone who loves Pinkie Pie.
I'm gonna make you smile and I will brighten up your day. It doesn't matter now if you feel sad or blue, 'cause cheering up her friends is just what Biggie's here to do. 'Cause I love to make you smile, 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 yes I do. It fills my heart with sunshine all the while, yes it does. 'Cause all I really need is smile, smile, smile from those happy friends of mine. matter now if you feel sad or blue, 'cause cheering up my friends is just what Biggie's here to do. 'Cause I love to make you smile, 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 yes I do. It fills my heart with sunshine all the while, yes it does. 'Cause all I really need is a smile, smile, smile from those happy friends of mine.
Thank you. All right, we got one left, and we're gonna invite up some special guests. First off, we got the one and only Captain Thrash. From over on this side, we got the legendary Koa. Yeah, I like that sound. I want to hear every pony singing along to this one.
How about some snaps one more time for the Manhattan Jazz Quartet?
Thank you so much for that wonderful performance. Fortunately, unfortunately, I can only sing like that. Can't do any of the instruments. How are y'all feeling today? Excellent, excellent. Glad to hear it. It's a little cooler off than it was the past couple of days. It's easier to chill. Nice, relaxing end of the convention. Well, how did we do? Did you enjoy it? Accept negative feedback as well, so go ahead and boo us. Thank you, exactly. See, we accept both kinds. And if there are any genuine concerns in a non-mean way, let us know. We'll address them as soon as we can. We really appreciate your feedback. And sometimes we make actionable changes based on what you say to us. So, thank you very much for coming and being vocal. We really appreciate it. Speaking of being vocal, I dropped the ball during opening ceremonies. So, how many of you out there are sponsors for our event? Any amount of sponsor. Go ahead and stand up. Everybody needs to clap for our sponsors. Thank you so much. Without you, this event is not possible. Not figuratively, literally. The actual definition of literally. And also, if you're a Draconicus, how many of our Draconicus sponsors are still here? 1, 2, oh, almost all of them? Well, they get a special round of applause too. Sort of like calm, chill, relaxing year, you guys still came out to see us and hang out with us. We truly enjoy that. We truly love you for that. And we hope to see you next year. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Now, you already had a special secret goodbye from Ember. She was able to make her way on stage before she headed out to the airport. Unfortunately, Miss Barrow had to leave a couple hours before that. Could not come say goodbye, but she does want to wish you all that you had a great convention and that you have a safe travel home. So GM Barrow sends her regards to you guys. Thank you, Amber and GM Barrow. Wait, there was another. Why am I still here? Natalie, please come up and say your farewell.
I defeated the rest of them. Thank you guys so much for being so inviting to me. This is my very first pony convention. I got a little about it. It has been such a welcoming weekend. You guys have been so nice to me and so sweet to me. Thank you so much for coming to any of my panels. If you didn't make it to my panels, you got to say hi to me at my table. It really means so much. We're living in a world, unfortunately, where a lot of artists are not appreciated and we're being replaced every day. So just to see that support from a community like this that's so close together and still so strong after so long really, truly means the world. Art can be healing. These characters mean a lot to a lot of people, including myself. So just to see that support with something like this means a whole lot. I really appreciate it, guys.
Yes, we have a bunch of excellent guests this year, and I will be making future reaches out to them. After that, we do have some community guests. Of those that are still here.
like Who's Line or like Crack That Ship or all those cool fun night panels. Yeah. Also had really good attendance across all the other panels we did. So yeah, we're pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. So Amber's gonna go to sleep now on stage. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Hey everybody. Hey. Hope you all are. Yeah. I hope you all are enjoying your Sundays. Some of you all look like you're dead men walking. So am I. Like a 2-hour drive after this, so that should be fun. At least it's not raining. Well, I'm really thankful for how well Law and Order MLP was received. I'm really thankful for everybody who came in for the Misty Right Dawn panel. I was super nervous about that one because, you know, kind of a rough panel for me to work on, but I feel like it got really well received, and I'm really thankful that you guys were, you know, willing to help out on that one. So I'll definitely be here next year, as usual, so I'll see you guys there as well.
Hey TrotCon, how you doing? I know we're just about to leave, but I want to say this con makes me feel like I'm at home. Love you guys so much. I want to just tell all the musicians how incredible they were during their concerts. Shout out to all the vendors in the vendor hall sitting there all weekend. Awesome. They're great. And I want to thank you guys for letting me be a community guest. I don't know if that's really your decision, but thank you for letting me be on this stage. It's been a wonderful experience, and I hope to be here next year too.
Along with, if you were a panelist this weekend, a sponsor, a vendor, a musician, a volunteer, part of the AV, security staff, literally if you're here at TrotCon, even if you're just here for the day or if you bought a weekend badge, let me be one of many people to say thank you, because I don't think you guys often deserve it enough. It's really the attendees that make the community happen. And that's one thing that I love about TrotCon. So thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause because you guys definitely deserve it. I tried.
No, Amber really is. She's great, honestly. Give a round of applause for Amber. Make me feel it.
Okay, Steve. Again, we're just handing microphones.
Hyper does want to say hi, so say hi, Hyper.
Thank you very much, community guests.
vice chair, Ryan. Oh. This trip. Hello, TrotCon. Welcome to opening ceremonies. Thank you all for coming. 3 more days. Yes. No. I have prepared a small speech to get us started. So, as long as you have your snacks and get comfortable, we'll get through here. I am required by our membership in the IACOT IJMU organization to start off with a brief survey about this weekend. For those of you who are unaware, that is the International Association of Convention Operators that I just made up. Question number 1. Are we having fun? Are we having fun this weekend? Did everyone get to see every panel they wanted to get to? I know, there was so much good stuff this year, right? And that's again all thanks to our volunteers, people like you, who sign up for panels, put in the hard work, and make this amazing content that we all thoroughly enjoy. Is it good to be back in Columbus? Do we like having hotel rooms? Are we looking forward to next year? What's your favorite color? Wow, I heard a lot of blues. A lot of greens too. Impressive. And think very carefully about this last one. Okay? This is the important one that I have to fill in the form. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
African or European?
You can email me the answer when we're done, and I'll turn that in the form. Thank you, I appreciate that. I especially want to thank each and every one of you. So I pull up the reg list, I'll go through name by name. A. Aronson, thank you. A. Aronson, thank you. You, our sponsors, each one of you who are here today are the ones that make this possible, and you're the reasons that we do this. This year in particular has been incredibly rough for a lot of people. Not just the economy, not just the world, but here on staff, we've had staff members battling illnesses, accidents, cancer, which is why we wanted to take a step back and make this year as laid back and relaxing and a step away from the world as we could for everybody. I hope everybody has had an amazing weekend being part of the TrotCon family here, and we thank you for it. We love you all, and we want to keep doing that. Everyone had their passports this weekend? Did you get your stamps? Yeah. Did you like the stamps? Was that fun? Yeah. Would you like to know who won? Yeah. Who lost? Who lost? That's why they're out of order. All right. Who wants to give me a drum roll? And the winner is this year's faction #1 Supreme. But it doesn't stop there. As promised, each and every stamp entry you got was an entry to win, or a chance to win a pass for next year. We have done our drawing from the winning faction. And the winner, hopefully you're still here, if not, we'll get in touch with you. Is drum roll, please. Badge number S728 Sudoku. Are you here? Awesome. Please stop your off-staff closing. Seriously, get your contact so you can get hooked up for next year. I want to thank everyone who participated in all the activities, all the panels, all the cool fun stuff. I'm going to go
costumes. Okay. I'm going to go backwards here because I also want to thank everyone who took the time to enjoy our themed, authentic sauna experience in gaming this year. Hopefully you enjoyed our true Swiss Alps recreation. We sure hope not. We sure hope not. Now this time I'm going to call Drew back up because Drew's going to give me a hand with this part, and we're going to thank the staff and musicians for this year.
Excellent. Thank you, Ryan. I forgot you were so funny. Remind me. Dead silence. Oh man, deadpan humor's the best. All right, so let's start with the musicians. All right, come on up, musicians that are still here. And Block Rock. No, I got it. Block Rock is an extremely good and talented musician. Yes.
I'm not being sarcastic.
All right, who came out to the concert either Friday or Saturday? Awesome. Thank you all so much for coming out and for your support. We did it. We managed to go until 4 in the morning both nights. Big thanks to anyone who stuck around the whole time. It was crazy. It was awesome. I want to give a special shout out to Pickaboo, my assistant this year. Would you like to thank everybody?
Hi, this was really fun. I'm so glad you invited me to do this with you, or maybe I begged, I can't remember which way. But it's always a joy to work with you and everyone. Give a shout out to Lepra! You are such the backbone of the music side of this fandom. Love you so much.
All right, I'm going to do something risky, and I'm going to let any musician who wants to say thank you. We're going to try to not be here for an hour, so anyway, we'll just pass it down. If you want to say something, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. You guys are awesome.
Thank you for having us yet another year. I really appreciate you having me be here all of y'all, but instead of taking for a rookie, y'all do something for me. That's all. I'm figuring that much, so thank you everybody. I hope to see you all again next year.
Thanks for having us again, and to answer the earlier question, yes, I do like jazz.
Thank you. TrotCon is the best audience in the entire world. We love playing here.
I'm advised to say a short thank you. Pat.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me and Faulty just be total goobers with you guys. It was a lot of fun.
What name was it?
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Thank you, TrotCon Labio. Also, one big boom.
Boom!
I don't know. Thanks for letting the curse on stage. Go Birds.
Thank you for having me, and I'll remember you all. Love you.
Everything was awesome. Everybody was so nice. The whole Twisted Spin thing should have happened like 5 years ago, so thank you for that. Here's to another TrotCon, hopefully.
Thank you for coming to Sunday night set, and special shout out to all the troopers who stayed through the entire concert up until like 3:30 or 4 a.m. Y'all are crazy.
I just want to hold the mic.
All right, one more time for the musicians. Thank you all so much.
Hello again.
So much talent. All right. So now it's time to introduce you to a few of our staffers that want to say something. Ethan? Hi. You're good? Ethan is our head of tech. And without him, you wouldn't be able to hear me or anything else. Or maybe because of him, you can't hear me or anything else. And his entire team back here, except Winter's over there. Thank you, Tech, so much for plugging us in. And there's Winter. Also clap for him. Thank you. Also, we have Platinum. Army of one, except not this year.
Yes. Here we go. I don't really have too many things to say, but first I would like to say just thank you, everyone, for once again being compliant. Woo! And nobody died. I am thankful for that because I don't want to deal with that. And really the only other thing I have to say is, as a wise man once said, I have to die.
Thank you, head of safety. Excellent. I see you over there. You want to come on? Yes, you do. A name you may have heard, Inky Notebook.
That's right, Drew. You don't even know what I was doing this weekend.
No, I don't. You used to be our vendor lead.
I used to be the vendor lead. This year, thanks. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Rebel, who took over for me while I was sick with cancer. And so she did a very good job this weekend, and all of the work and efforts for our vendors were thanks to her. So I'd like to give her a round of applause. I don't know where she is.
Go out for it.
She'll hear us wherever. And I think we have a good time this weekend as well, being back with people I know and love, and all of you, and helping out behind the scenes where I can, because not working at a con couldn't be me.
Thank you, Inky. I have a team. They're all over the place. General is my handler. He is the guy who points all the handlers in the right direction, and he is taking everything out. Foley's over here, and Chaotic is over there. Alex, where are you? There he is. Alex is over there. And Final Scratch, are you around from here? Cannot see him. Okay, well those were my handlers, and I really appreciate the work they do, because despite being the head of Viper, and being the one who goes and gets the guests to come out and negotiates contracts and makes sure they're okay and that they get their money and all that, I've never handled a VIP.
I think I did the same thing too.
I know how to do it, theoretically, but I have never done it. And so without them, I'd actually be lost. So thank you so much to my handlers. And I suppose I'm Drew Flashy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all.
No, but there's somebody else.
Any other core staff around that wants to come up? Well, okay. All other staffers, come on up. And Barry, if you want. Barry is like a TrotCon founder. He's allowed to go wherever he wants. Hey! Did you forget a department by chance?
I'll give you a hint. It, along with the incredibly generous donors and bidders of TrotCon, helped raise over $7,000 for Kaleidoscope Youth Centre, Koreyexpress2 Gaming. So we had And Also Foley at opening, and we have no love for all of the wonderful donors and bidders, but also my staff. Can I get Jesse and Rachel up on stage, please? These two keep me sane and keep the charity auction going. Between their work, we have the assistance of wonderful staff to help take your money and get it to where it needs to go. So, there you are. Fuse it, everybody. Also, they want to be intro desk like all weekends. So, and a fursuit. Lounge. Yes, head of fursuit lounge. Thank you. I forget it. Oh God, give it up for Negative Space, who was providing some live beats while we were doing the auction. We're going to try and get you the final total soon, but just as things were kicking off here, you can come back, it's fine, I'm talking. Just as things were kicking off here, another wonderful donor wanted to throw in a little bit extra. And you know what? Every last dollar for Kaleidoscope counts. So I put a little note on it. Here is $2 more to the final total, which we will hopefully announce soon. And we might make sure every last cent of that money goes where it is needed most to support queer youth right here in Columbus. So how about a huge round of applause again to everyone, the judges, players, everyone who makes that possible. And another $5 from... You get another $5. We can keep this going if you've got more cash just after closing. All right, fine, just give it up here now. And back. Extra dollar. We'll take care of that later. I'm going to give you the mic back now. Thank you all so much for having us. It's always a joy. Come back next year, give us more money for Kaleidoscope, and thank you.
Here, you hang on to this. I cannot be trusted. Thank you so much. All right. Oh my lord! That brings the additional total up to $87. That's the floating extra money that we just got. No, that's not the complete total. All right.
Head of Cosplay here, also known as Cosplay Queen in the Discords. I'd like to thank my co-judges, Platinum, a fellow staffer. And we also have Cats, I can't remember the full name, but are you around here? I'm going to say that's a no. Oh, right over there.
Hi everybody! I had a lot of fun judging the cosplay contest this year with Cosplay Queen. You guys were all amazing. We had some awesome costumes this year.
And also Swift from Truckle's cousin. Oh, they've already left. But I loved every costume I saw. I really hope we can get more people next year, even if you just up across pictures. You don't have to have the actual contest. You can be a walk-on if you want to. But please, sign up. Give it a chance. And thank you, everybody. I'm being ignored. Yoo-hoo.
Hello, sorry. I'm learning very exciting information. While I continue to process that, please say hello to our info desk.
Hello! All of you came to the info desk. Thank you for making it as easy as it could be on me. Whether it was counting your stamps, doing your vouchers, giving you vouchers, asking questions. Everybody made it a lot easier for me this year because I was by myself half the time. But I'm glad I did it. And doing the stamps with you was actually more fun than helping a lot of you when we were doing it and collecting them. I had more fun doing that than the agents did. I know probably most of the people who enjoyed the Headless Lounge are gone. If any of you who were here and got to enjoy the Headless Lounge this weekend, did you have any feedback? Did you like it? Yes! We designed it basically 6 hours before it got here that night before. So you guys were, I hate to say it, the test mule for our new Headless Lounge. But all feedback you gave us is going to make it even better for Anthem, Ohio. Anthem, Ohio will be back here next year to help you with TrotCon.
Yes, Anthro, Ohio, the Headless Lounge was brought to us by Anthro, Ohio. We are very grateful. Thank you much, Anthro, Ohio. And thank you, John. Hello. Something. Here you are.
Alright, I just want to say some thank you to everybody who stopped by the con store and said hello and bought it. Thanks for buying our shit.
Excellent.
Speaking. Well, thank you for all the sponsors who had beautiful ponies that we got to make badges for.
Did anybody have a good time playing the games this weekend? Anyone who played one of the game shows we had, who played the poker night, and I want to thank Deco and Boston for being my dealers and keeping it going till the early hours of the morning this year. Thank you for that. Anyone who came to the Pinkie Pie panel Friday night, I hope you had fun with that. We'll be bringing that one next year. And to everyone here, thank you so much for just being here. It's amazing. Have a great year, everyone. We'll see you next year.
Only thing I have to say is, all of you who have been coming here longer than I have, you're infectious, because I am the biggest introvert ever and I could not stop talking to all of you. So, do not stop being here.
Thank you so much.
I want to say a couple more things here too. So, who attended the Roast Your OC panel yesterday? Who enjoyed it? So next year, I am planning to bring it back for the second annual. However, this, I am going for 18 plus. So do with that what you must. And one other thing I do want to have is give a round of applause, shout, whatever the heck you want to say, to my staffers who worked their butts off throughout the entire weekend.
Does this mean I no longer have to be at the airport and look at TSA all weekend?
No, you're still subject to that. Otherwise, I will move on to the playlist.
Thank you. Thank you so much to our wonderful staff. And thank you to some of the staff that aren't up here. Like there's so many of us that work for Reg. Thank you so much, registration. We give them a round of applause. I know some Regs up here, but also, and then any of our staff that is just around that hasn't made an appearance of, he's got the glove. Thank you so much to our staff. Without this, we wouldn't run. I don't know if she's going to come up, but Darkley's over there, so she can hear you. Just go ahead and clap for Darkley. TrotCon chair. Another year well done. Thank you so much. Did I get anything wrong? Welcome back. I mean, all of the staff is amazing. Everyone works hard all weekend, and hopefully they get some sleep sometime this week. We also want to thank, in addition to our community sponsors, all of you, all of our staff. We did have some other sponsors. We want to thank Answer Ohio for sponsoring Headless Lounge. We want to thank all of our gaming sponsors. If you were curious about who helped make this view possible, stop back in gaming on your way out. We'll be more than happy to give you the spiel about everybody who so generously helped support this year. That being said, this team can always be bigger.
Yeah.
Our applications are open year-round. If you're interested in helping out as a TrotCon staff member, which comes with lots of hard work and more hard work, and then throw some extra work for free.
Yes, we're available to all.
But
Send the cherry park staff.
yes. But it's very rewarding, it's very heartwarming work. Hearing each and every person, getting to talk to lots of you, hear your stories, hear your friendships, it really makes it all worthwhile. And we have one more person standing up here, one of our OGs, Captain Barry. This year, helped Robin stay alive and make things strong. Mostly. Is there any other staff members we missed? Anybody here we haven't thanked yet who's on staff, worked in the department?
We're going to go up on social media.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, hotel staff. Thank you, hotel staff. Who did the rest of AV staff, everyone's behind you so they can't see you, but they're there, trust me. They made this work like magic this weekend. Anybody else you want to thank before we move on? Alrighty. We want to thank, yes, I want to thank all of the vendors who came, who sold, who bought something. Awesome. This community loves and supports the artists. We love and support our artists. There are some amazing creative talents that come back every single year. So we thank you for supporting them. We thank them for supporting us and being here and for helping this community just be a beautiful place, visually and personally. I'd like to thank all of our gophers. We'd also like to thank all of our sponsors who acted as staff and gophers this year.
Thank you so much.
Anybody who pitched a hand in is very much appreciated. Many hands make light work. There's always a lot going on.
I have a quote from one of our TrotCon sponsors as we were carrying water back to the VIP dinner for the rest of the guests. He said, "Yes, I did pay these $2,000 to carry water." He's such a good friend. All right, with that, last round of applause for the staff. We also have a number. It's not pinpoint accurate, but it's not. There was a minor discrepancy, but
more donations, you guys go ahead.
yeah, we have to add more donations to it. But the approximation of the total that I'm allowed to give, that is in good faith, is $7,300. Thank you so much for that. It's life-changing money that will help a ton of people, or one very lucky person, depending on how they decide to distribute the charity. All right.
before we get to our last topic, I do want to get real for a second. And many of you have come to us this weekend and said, you know, we love to be back here. We love the new hotel, the fact that they're actively working on making it better, the fact that we'll come together again here close to home. The one story really stuck out to me. A mother came into my office this weekend with her son, and she said, "I'm from the Deep South. I came here with my son because he's been reading the books and watching the shows for years now. I thought this would be the weirdest, strangest, worst weekend of my life, but I think it through for him. But," she said, "everyone here has been so nice. I'm loving this." And on the verge of tears, she said, "Here, my son is happy." And that's what I want to do again next year, is make everybody happy. That brings us to the final points of our get-together here, TrotCon 2026. Do you remember? Yes.
Announcement. We have an announcement. Yes.
Speaking of 2026, the website is now live. And registration is open. To those brave souls who want to get the first TrotCon badge of second TrotCon badge of 2026.
Open for what, you may ask? Well, who was here last year? You remember what we were hoping to do this year? TrotCon 2026, a noir mystery. You got it. Well, we've had next year to work on it. So next year is going to be the most off the hook, unbelievably fun, interactive TrotCon in the history of histories. The more free regs we can get, the more money we have to spend to run a con, to add even more levels of fun, awesomeness, and amazement. So we want, if it's possible, don't push yourself. Do what you can do. But if you want to come back to TrotCon next year, the sooner you can pre-reg, the better. That helps us, that helps you. Especially because once it works out how awesome this year was, we might sell out this hotel. So, I hope to see every single one of you back here next year, July 24th through 26th, 2026.
That's all we want.
though their event is also incredible. Please let me know if she is interested in attending next. Yes, I am actually writing the email. Men. Please let me know if she's interested in attending next year.
What was that? You're trying to get Ellie Ray for next year?
Yes, trying to get Ellie Ray. It is literally closing ceremonies, and I'm typing the email to her assistant to get her to TrotCon 2026. We miss Ellie. Do you miss Ellie? Yes! Manny! Thank you, Drew. Send.
He actually sent it.
A couple of things. So as you're leaving, if you really want to, you can move the chairs out of the way. Yes, but also once you're at we're bringing this down, so just make sure that you're not under this. We'll be good.
Also, from the AV department, we do have a special treat for you to wrap up the con.
I've been watching you. Thank you so much. I'll get it.
You can be awesome again. Rainbow Dash, this really isn't a good time for it. I know the world can get you down. Things don't work out quite the way that you thought. Feeling like all your best days are done. Your fears and doubts are all you got. But there's a light shining deep inside. Those fears and doubts, so just watch them and let it shine for all the world to see.
Yeah, can't wait. Make sure you tell your friends I'm very active. Alright guys, see you guys later. Woo! Alrighty guys, this concludes day number 3 of TrotCon 2025, the final day of the convention. I had a lot of fun and it was really exciting with all the panels, all the events, vendor hall, and much more. As I was going home on Monday, the final video that I was going to do, the clip of Monday's thing was corrupted, so I had to do it today when I got home. So fortunately, I am home and relaxed. You guys will see that for sure. But I did have a lot of fun at TrotCon throughout the week. I met a lot of new bronies. I met a lot of new people. I get to see the Bluey panel, open ceremony, closing ceremony, cosplay contest, vendor hall, because I need to save up more for next year's TrotCon because I didn't have a lot of money, but hopefully I'll get to save quite a bit next year because it was exciting to see everything at the vendor hall and including the entire site. Columbus, Ohio was excellent, but it was raining all day, every day. And we got lucky to come back because it was really exciting. And another thing too, the elevator wasn't even working. Yesterday, it wasn't even working, so I had to figure something out. And it was just too much fun and too much going on, but I was really excited to see TrotCon, in Columbus, Ohio again, their hometown actually. So that's good. Again, I am home. I had a clip for after the closing ceremony, but that got corrupted, so that's why I'm coming to you now, which is like later
Monday or Tuesday, so you guys will see that. I had no choice to record when I got home, so yeah, and it was really tiring too because traveling and stuff too. It was crazy. And also, I lost my iPhone 11, so hopefully I could be able to retrieve that from the airport in Philly because I am devastated on what's going on with that. But I will give you guys an update in a few days so you guys will see what's going on with that iPhone 11. But it's been a crazy week. So I'm excited to enjoy the 3-day convention, which is TrotCon, because it was a blast. But I'm home, safe and sound, and you guys will see some videos coming up soon because I have more videos coming out. Now, the reason why I have more videos coming out because it was during TrotCon of the day 1, 2, and 3. The drinks video, I have drinks videos that's during the convention that's gonna be coming out after all these 1, 2, 3. Yeah, pre-registration day 1, 2, and 3 at TrotCon. So you guys will see that. But anyway, you guys, thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel, so you never know I'm doing on both platforms. And if you can do me a favor by liking this video, that'll be fantastic. So I know you're supporting me 100%. Become a member today on both platforms, so you can see what's going on with one-on-one with you and me, of course. Perks, things like that, and hopefully I can see you guys, via live stream too as well. But anyway, Koreyexpress2, thank you guys for watching me going to TrotCon 2025. I can't wait for next year, and hopefully I can see you guys there too next year as well. Until then, Koreyexpress2 signing out.